All right, another yoga sesh. What's up, Andrew? How's it going?
Going quite well. I'm a little stony baloney, so feeling good, ready for some yoga.
Fantastic. Yeah, we got yin today too, so it's gonna be very different than the flows that we've done. Um, Yin yoga is basically it's meant to stretch the connective tissue, so your fascia, tendons, ligaments, and like in the same way that when you work out, you create little micro tears in your muscles so that they get stronger. Doing yin creates little micro tears in your tendons, ligaments, fascia so that they can become stronger. So it's good for your joint health. Plus it's just really fucking relaxing. It's like the opposite energetically to whatever. Every other style of yoga is more yang, I guess. So it's like when you think about the duality in that, it's like when you're like building energy and doing like a more fiery practice, it should be balanced out with something restorative and chill. So um, we're going to be holding each of the poses for like 3 to 5 minutes. And so that's why we have pillows and blankets to also I can't hear you at all. Yeah, so we have pillows and blankets to um prop ourselves up, make ourselves really comfortable in the pose. Um, and like there's three principles basically to follow in a yin. Are you trying to do a sound check real quick?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, yeah. So there's three principles that we follow. It's we get into the pose, and then number one is find your edge. So your edge is a place in the pose where you feel a little bit of a sensation, but it's not painful. It's not like an aggressive stretch. And then we commit to staying still. So you sit there and you hold it, you just stay with your breath and hold for time. So, yeah, that's the rundown. Do you want to just hop right into it and then we can chat after?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay. This is also going to be a little bit more of a silent class on my end. I won't be talking as much, basically just giving you instructions to get into the pose. And I'll tell you how long we're going to hold, and then I'll tell you when we're going to transition out. Um, so yeah, so we're going to start in constructive rest pose. So on our back, if you want to put a blanket under your back, go ahead and do it. I brought all my blankets and pillows today, so we
I
can get extra comfy. So we're gonna lie down on our back with our knees wide and let our knees just, or our feet wide and let our knees just fall in together. So we don't really have to put any effort in to keep ourselves here. Our knees are just knocking together. Constructive rest pose. You can bring your hands to your belly or just leave them out to the side. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. Just stick with your breath. Deep inhales in and out through the nose.
Lower back. Should I try and touch the ground with that or just leave it as it is?
If it's uncomfortable, you can adjust, but it's not an issue if it's not on the ground. So just allow your body to melt fully, soften the skin of your face, and just allow yourself to arrive. Notice what you brought with you on the mat today, and trust that it's totally fine. Everything is welcome. If your mind begins to wander off, just gently guide it back to your breath and let your breath anchor you in the moment. A few more breaths here. Now we'll slowly extend the legs out long in front of us. And we're going to walk our feet over to the left. So both feet out to the left side. And then we're going to scoot our shoulders over to the left. So we're making like a half moon shape in our body. It's a banana pose. Extend the arms out overhead, reaching out to the left.
Toes pointed up.
Yeah, toes pointed up. So our hips are kind of in the middle of the mat, and we're making a long, like, banana shape. This one's actually called banana pose.
Oh yeah.
3 minutes on this side. You can cross your right ankle over your left if you want to intensify it a little bit. But no worries, just find your edge. And we'll hold here for 3 minutes. Deep side body stretch.
Arm. Should I stay still the whole time or kind of move that for the stretch? Or is it like perfect stillness?
Um, you don't have to stay perfectly still. Listen to your body, but notice what you need and then what's just extra movement. So breathing deep into the right side of the rib cage, the outer hip.
any plans for another person? Yeah,
Sorry, what was that?
got any plans for another in-person yoga session?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it every other weekend.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably get some clips from it too if you wanted to promote it also.
I should, huh?
Collab with the Dualistic Unity account.
Great idea. Now we're gonna switch to the other side. So walk your feet back in line. So just back into your normal corpse pose here for a second. Just release that. Feel the difference between the two sides. And then we'll take the same thing on the other side. So walking with both feet over to the right, keeping the hips where they are, and then shimmying your shoulders over to the right, reaching the arms up overhead and think up and over, creating a half moon shape. Banana pose on the other side. 3 minutes right here. Just breathing, sitting with yourself. Allowing any discomfort to be there. Breathing into it. See if you can relax just 1% more. Maybe soften through the feet, hands.
So yeah, my feet really tense there.
A few more deep breaths right here. Feel the expansion through your left side. Creating more space. Slowly release. Really slow. Being really gentle with ourselves through this whole practice, moving slowly with care. Take a moment in Shavasana for just a moment. Notice the effects of that pose. And when you're ready, bend your knees and have both of your knees into your chest. Curling into a little ball.
What is Shavasana again?
Shavasana is corpse pose, so just lying flat on your back like a corpse. So just rock back and forth, just neutralizing through the spine here. And we'll extend our arms out to the side and just let your knees drop over to the left. So recline twist. Maybe you gaze over your right shoulder to your right fingertips. Three minutes right here. Notice any tension, gripping anywhere, just consciously soften. Relax your brow bone. So nice and soft through the face. Now, gently guide your knees back to center, and we'll switch to the other side. So knees fall over to the right. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder. Breathing deep to massage your internal organs, detoxifying. From here, go into a little fetal pose. So just bring your left arm over to meet your right. Take a second to rest your head on your bicep. And then use your top arm to press up into a seat. So nice and gentle, slow. And we're gonna do Dragonfly Pose next, which is basically just wide-legged forward fold. So come into a seat, your legs as wide as is comfortable. And you can bring your pillows now if you have them. Just stack them in front. But you don't need them at the same time. It's just if you would like something to rest your head on. And we'll walk our hands forward and just melt our head down. We'll be here for 5 minutes. So don't force it, just allow yourself to melt. Notice how the pose deepens over time. Stick with your breath here. So big stretch through the thighs, the hamstrings, the whole spine. Let the chin drop in towards your chest. Nice and soft through the face, breathing deep. As things feel intense, you might notice yourself tensing up, almost as like a reaction to protect yourself from the discomfort. Just allow yourself to let go over and over. And notice how that allows you to find more space physically and mentally. If you've lost track of your breath, come back to it now. You're doing great. Stay with it. Find expansion with each inhale and allow yourself to soften and relax a little bit more with every exhale. Feel slowly using your hands to push you up, roll up through the spine until your head is stacked back over your heart. Stay still here for just one moment. Notice the effects of that pose. You can move your props over to the side. And we'll bring our hands behind us, bend the knees, and just windshield wiper the legs one way, the other. And once you've done a couple rounds of that, drop your knees over to the left. And then we'll walk our fingers over to the left. So we're walking our fingers, so kind of making a twist here. you should feel a stretch in your right hip flexor, right quad. And then you can stay up on your hands. That's totally fine. Or you can come down to your forearms if that feels good. And you can use your props here too if you want to put a pillow under your torso. Lay on, that's fine. This is deer pose. We'll be here for 3 minutes on this side.
When you turn and go on your forearms, are you faced like forward or to the side?
You kind of have to just find what feels good for you. It looks like you're in the right position from what I can see. For me, I'm like my torso is in line with my right quad or my right thigh. And just relax your head over, allow it to melt down. Soft through the feet here. Keep returning to your breath over and over. Slowly and mindfully begin to press your torso back up. Come back through center. And we'll take the same pose on the other side. So dropping the knees. Now over to the right. We walk our hands over to the right. Bring your pillow with you. Melt it down onto the forearms. Deer pose on the other side. 3 minutes right here. Soften through the legs, brow, the whole thing. Nice deep breaths. Stick with it here. Slowly rise back up. And now we're gonna lie back down on our backs. Last, oh my goodness. The last pose we'll do here is legs up the wall. So you can bring a pillow under your hips, and we're just gonna extend our legs up to the sky. I find the lift in my hips helps make this a little more comfortable.
Mhm.
Yeah, so under your hips, not under your low back.
Yep.
Helps it easier to find length in your lower back. And feet nice and soft here. You can bend your knees slightly. They don't have to be perfectly straight. And just allowing the blood to flow in the opposite direction. Arms can be on your belly or just lying at your sides. So good for circulation. Really cozying up to your breath here. Let it be full, flow. Take 5 more deep breaths here. To release, just bend the knees, let them fall into your chest. You pull your knees closer with your hands. And then we'll remove the pillow from under our hips. And actually, I lied. We have one more pose. So now we're going to put the pillow behind our back, so lengthwise. And bring it right up underneath the low back if you can. So we're going to open through the chest. If your head is lying back, maybe put another pillow under your head so your head is lifted. Or you can just scoot it back slightly. Either way is good. So this is a reclined fish, opening through the chest. And this will be our final pose. We'll be here for 3 minutes. Just taking in this experience, however it went for you. Trust that this time and attention spent with yourself, with your breath and your body is worthwhile. And just take these last few minutes to sink a little deeper, relax everything. Permission to do absolutely nothing. Relax your breath, let it be natural. I'll tell you when to come back. Maybe scan from the top of your head down to your toes, softening everything along the way. few more moments here. See if you can soften just a little more. Let yourself be held by the ground. Now slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingertips and toes. Maybe reach the arms up overhead, take a deep, full body stretch. And then you can bend your knees. We'll roll off the pillow and back to a neutral seat. Close your eyes, bring your hands to your heart. Just take a moment to thank yourself for this time of attention. Know that it's always available to you. And we'll take a bow forward. Namaste. Thanks, Andrew.
It's
How you feeling?
feeling pretty okay.
Pretty freaking relaxed.
Oh yeah.